What's going on, guys? It's Panana here, and today we have a world champion team, or at least international champion team. This is Gavin Michaels' team that he used to win the 2023 Oceania Regionals that just passed. It features a really cool just core of strong Pokemon. It actually only has one Paradox Pokemon though. So we've got Iron Hands with a pretty basic setup. It does have Volt Switch, which is a nice means of, swapping out, getting a little bit of damage off, but also keeping your partners safe and allowing Iron Hands to take a hit. It's got Amoonguss, who Amoonguss went crazy for Gavin in his matchups. Amoonguss was like really almost every game I saw like the MVP of his team. It's got Pelipper, which is interesting because we haven't seen a lot of weather teams going around lately due to the power in Series 2. It's got Palafin, of course. Every Palafin has to have Haze nowadays to deal with Dondozo. It's got Baxcalibur, which I don't recall seeing too much action from Baxcalibur, so I'm curious of how I'm going to use him. And then it's got Dragonite as another dragon type. So Dragonite, its best move on this set seemed to be Ice Spinner, because Ice Spinner was able to destroy the terrains for Indeedee and Armarouge combos. So let's go ahead and hop in some matches. Alright, first battle in, we got our boy Noah, who he is also only rocking one Paradox Pokemon, so pretty cool there. I'm seeing the Salt Cure antics, I'm seeing the Torkoal antics. So we do have weather options. Whether or not we use them is the question, but the other thing is Salt Cure is really bad for water type Pokemon. So let's see. I'm thinking we got a lot of power with Mr. Blockbuster there. I'm not sure how Iron Hands can help us in this matchup, other than actually Garganacl, perhaps. But I'm wondering if we just beat Garganacl out with our other Pokemon. I think we gotta go with Turquoise to start. I kind of feel like Amoonguss is actually a decent option, but what can I do for Garganacl with Amoonguss, right? Amoonguss was the MVP is what I was saying. So at this point, I'm actually low on time here. So I'm just going to go ahead with this combination and we'll just try to make the best of it. There's going to be a nice little learning curve here as we figure out how to use this team. I have seen gameplay during the tournament of the team, but it's not super fresh in my mind since I was watching so many matches each day. But let's see what we can do. I like your haircut, Noah. Ooh, he's got him in a Beast Ball. Nice. Alright, so you already know Palafin is about to get up on out of here. Get up, get on up. I don't know the speed tier for Palafin versus Annihilape, though. Isn't Annihilape, like, really fast? I don't know if Palafin is that fast. So let's just get the 0 to hero popping. And I could Terrestrialize here. Is there anyone else I would Terra? Not really. I could go Terraflying Dragonite, but I don't know if I'm actually going to want or need that per se. The Terra here does sound nice. That way I don't die immediately. And we got to... Which one is which? Woo! Just barely clicked it. Oh, no! I just remembered this team. I don't think the Baxcalibur has ice, the ice shard that I'm looking for. It doesn't have the one that, you know, hits back multiple times, because this is not a loaded dice Baxcal. I probably could have went for Glaive Rush then. And when I think about it, I don't remember him bringing Baxcal to any matchups, which is what I said in the beginning, so I'm wondering if this is even my best idea. Ooh! Well, that kind of stinks. But I'm glad that it was Baxcal and not Palafin. Oh no, that means I can't Terra my Palafin, and I actually could have used that Terra Water a lot. That was so... Okay, well. That's okay. Stranger things have happened. We do have priority jet punch, so I'm okay with being in a trick room. I think I'm also going to bring out Dragonite here immediately. Because I need to, exactly, I need to reset the weather now. Dragonite is not going to like this attack coming in from Torkoal. But let's see what we can make happen. This is really bad, though. I'm like, oh my god, mistakes have been made. I think I could honestly just attack the Torkoal anyway. He's not going to do a ton of damage to Palafin, and I could at least slow him down from doing as much damage. But I'm thinking honestly right here, I'm just going to sack the Palafin. I mean, sack the Dragonite if that's what it comes down to. I think Dragonite can survive with multi-scale, but that second hit is really going to hurt him. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think what's so cool about this team that Gavin built is it's just very unique. You know what I mean? A lot of the Pokemon have some moves that you might not expect or an item that you might not expect. Okay, nice. We'll take a Solar Beam as long as it targets nice. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's a perfect play. So we get Dragonite in for free. Do I put Palafin in the back, or do I just go for this attack here? I think, because I'm like, I could Extreme Speed and then swap out Palafin, but I'm kind of okay with just getting this massive damage in. Do I Wave Crash or do I Jet Punch? Because this Solar Beam is going to hurt regardless, right? I think I'm going to Wave Crash. I'm just like, if he KOs... Okay. Darn it! I didn't get the move off in time. I wanted to swap out my... Oh, and that was the wrong targeting too. Okay. Well. I normally don't quit. But on this occasion, I'm actually going to back out early due to embarrassment. I'm like, honestly, oh gosh, I just couldn't get my plays right. And I just lotioned my hands, so they're slipping all over the place right now. Oh, this is so upsetting. Do we still win from here? I mean, screw it, just play it out, right? Mama ain't raised no sucker. Play it out. I think we just Extreme Speed, because we don't have anything else. Extreme Speed, and we could Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump might just knock it out, so let's go for the Extreme Speed on you, and Hydro Pump the big boy Torkoal. That did nothing. Good. Why would he Solar Beam again? Maybe he's choiced into Solar Beam. So, in that case, I maybe didn't even need to take out Torkoal here. Because if he was stuck on Solar Beam, you know? And that just makes my swap all the more sad, because I definitely could have had a really good play with that swap if I had gotten it off. Or if I had just Wave Crashed. Well, no, I couldn't have Wave Crashed because I didn't have speed. Trick Room is up. Do we have any amount of speed on Flutter Mane? They already terrestrialized, so we're kind of in a weird place. We do have Protect on Dragonite. How fast is Flutter Mane in comparison to Dragonite? Is this max speed Dragonite? It's not. I'm like, honestly, I think we're slower than Flutter Mane. Do I go for the Gusto? Because they're gonna what? Probably Dazzling Gleam back to back. Let's not go for the Gusto. Let's go for a nice Hurricane onto Flutter Mane. Protect them up a little bit here. just to live another turn. I think Pelipper might be faster, which could be problematic. So the Instruct does fail, which is excellent. That did not do enough damage, but we are slower. Oh, he's got Instruct still. Oh, but he can't use it the way he just used it. Okay, so, I don't think Fluttermane can KO us in one hit regardless. So I think I'm just going to go for the big power. Now, we were just... I think I kind of have to protect. If Oranguru goes for Trick Room... this might not be the best play. I was slower than Fluttermane with Pelipper, so I'm like, I think I have to protect Pelipper to survive this play. And if Dragonite can somehow KO Fluttermane, why would it be a crit right now? Why? Ugh, we could have taken a lot more of those. Darn it. We could have taken one more of those if that wasn't just a crit. Oh, that crit just kind of cost us the game, actually, when you think about it. Because we had multi-scale. We would have taken one more of those through the crit. Well, it sucks that I can't E-speed you. Darn. That crit, bro. Crit just cost us the game. For sure. I mean, there's nothing I can really do at this point, so we'll just... GG's. Oh, the protect coming through. That was mad slick. I see you. I see you. I see you. Oh my god, I could have just tailwinded. Okay, okay. I think what I have to do now, maybe double protect. They're going to Trick Room. They're going to Trick Room. Wait a minute. No. They're just going to be really a smart player. Darn, the Tailwind would have just did a little bit of something. The Tailwind could have maybe gotten us away with a victory. How about I protect? See if I can call them out on this. See if I can call them out on this. I'm thinking I can protect, then Tailwind. Assuming that they protect on next turn. I don't know why they would protect on next turn, but if they protect their Fluttermane... Oh no, but they got... Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Because if I can survive like 2 foul plays, which is a lot to ask of Pelipper, but if I can survive 2 foul plays and then maybe get a crit... Oh no, the rain. I did need the rain. I definitely needed the rain though. Well, yeah, GG's. Crit mattered on that. Crit mattered on that. Also, my finger's slipping. So we had that in the bag. That was a good match overall. It did teach me a little bit about the team and what kind of damage they can take. All right, we got Dairy. This looks like a Trick Room team if I've ever seen one. It looks like a very fun team to use as well. They don't have any Paradox Pokemon. I wonder if that's Belly Drum on their Iron Hands. Knowing that they are going to want a Trick Room, I think Amoonguss really kind of has to join the fight. I do wonder how well Palafin performs under the Trick Room. And if I should go with Big Boy right here. I think that honestly is a pretty good option. I feel like he puts down a lot of pressure immediately. Along with maybe Amoonguss. I'm just like, what does Amoonguss do for me right away? Like, what does it do for me turn 1? Spore? I could go this, Amoonguss, Palafin. The problem is Palafin still wants to, you know what I mean, get its boost. So I think I'm going to go with these 4. I'm going to go with these 4. I'm feeling that. I feel like I can put down a lot of pressure on turn 1. They might not even get the Trick Room up. They're probably going to want to go with Amoonguss. So I think I'm going to Hurricane. Okay, for Rigorath and Harimama. For Rigorath and Harimama. They definitely have Fake Out. Do we have anything that protects us from Fake Out? We don't, and that could break my Sash. Okay, so turn 1 is actually really tricky because it's like they can get a Trick Room up and break my Sash on turn 1, and I really don't want that to happen. But at the same time, if I don't get an attack off on Harimama now, I might not be able to. So I'm going to really cross my fingers and hope that they just target into Palafin. And I'm guessing my best option is probably Iron Hands after that. Because then I have access to Fake Out myself. I have access to Volt Switch to get Palafin back in the match. I'm just really crossing my fingers they don't Fake Out my Pelipper. Which, of course, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't it be a crit? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm actually, you know what? I'm not happy with that at all. Why would I be? I really want to Fake Out the Harimama. I really want to Fake Out the Harimama. Oh, okay. I forgot. I was thinking Rigorath had something that blocked, you know, those things, but I couldn't remember. I was like, sometimes it has a different item too. Well, if it was just going to knock off my Focus Sash anyway, then hey, that kind of works. The Volt Switch definitely would have been the better play. Thank you for the crit right back. I don't know if that was actually needed, but thank you for it. Thank you for it. So right here, they have a lot of power into me. I think I just want to bring in Palafin and Amoonguss. We'll just bring in Palafin for now. Do I need a Terra Grass here? I'm thinking it would be nice. But there's a lot of other good Terras on this team that I could use. The problem is if I don't Terra Grass, King Gambit does become a little bit of an issue. So I think I am going to Terra Grass, go for the knockout onto Gambit, and then when Palafin comes in, we got some good pressure, and we still get the rain for a few more turns. I'm going to Terra Grass, try to get this close combat in, because that should seal up the game if this works. And I'm thinking that they're probably going to Sucker Punch and go for another Psychic, so we can definitely take that, because the last Psychic, I believe, was a critical hit, too. Oh, wait, no, it was the Fake Out that was a crit. Okay. Well, we'll still take this better than we would have. Good, good, good. I was thinking the Sucker Punch could go into either slot. It would have been better for them to Sucker Punch Iron Hands, because then they might have gotten a knockout. But instead, we pick up a knockout, baby. Good job. Good job. Still sad about my misclicks the game before. Sometimes you just gotta go for the gusto. Oh, Sylveon. Big Sylveon. Not what we want to see. Not what we want to see. Oh, I can't Jet Punch because of Trick Room. So I could protect myself for one turn, but Iron Hands goes down regardless of what happens. You know what I mean? So then it becomes like, what's the point of protecting? Do I bring in Amoonguss? If Amoonguss takes a psychic attack, it's going to hate it. What would Iron Hands do for me later? Iron Hands has absolutely done his job here. I think at this point we just go for a wild charge. If we get it, great. I feel like there's going to probably be a double Dazzling Gleam coming in here. I was thinking I could just go for the Wave Crash for some big damage, but I don't know. Part of me just wants to stay a little bit more protected. Just a wee bit more protected. Kind of want to scout them out, feel them out a little bit. If they use Protect, that's excellent. Okay. Oh, you know what? I probably should have taken that one because he's going to get his Throat Spray, right? Oh, no. Nope. No Throat Spray? Why no Throat Spray? Oh, okay. There it is. I thought it missed or something. I was like, huh? So what is this? Double Hyper Voice? Only one of them can have Throat Spray, so Sylveon does not get their Throat Spray. We also survive a Trick Room turn, and we have Spore that can come on out. I don't think Farigiraf can KO Amoonguss in one hit. I don't think that is a thing Farigiraf can do. Sylveon can do massive amounts of damage. Like, I'm talking massive amounts. We know for a fact Sylveon has Throat Spray as well, so it probably doesn't have, I'm thinking it probably doesn't have, like, an ability to stop that Spore. Like, we know Sylveon has Throat Spray, not Safety Goggles. Farigiraf could have Safety Goggles. Not bad. Good damage from him. I can honestly side Pollen Puff, though, and so that is what I'm going to do. Amoonguss is about to come in the clutch with the side Pollen Puffs. I could alternatively KO Farigiraf now, Protect, side Pollen Puff. You know what I mean? Just go kind of crazy. Twisted Dimensions return to normal, so that is interesting. That is actually interesting. We definitely have speed on Farigiraf, so let's just go for this. Oop. Let's just go for this, and fingers crossed Sylveon does not wake up on the first turn, because that would be horrible. If Sylveon wakes up here, then we probably might lose, unless Pelipper can do insane amounts of damage. Do not wake up on my first Spore attempt. Why would it not wake up on my first Spore attempt? Oh, Amoonguss has Citrus Berry. That's actually kind of nice. I can go for another Spore. Protect and Spore maybe would be the play. Kind of wish I would have Spored on that turn. Honestly, though, yeah, I was just really hoping that this Sylveon would not wake up. I guess the Spore still would have been a good play, though. All right, so we bring up the Rain. I'm going to Protect the first turn. Put it to sleep. I think I can heal up Pelipper and maybe survive a hit. I don't know, though. I don't know for sure. How much are we even? Yeah, we're not taking much damage with Amoonguss. I'm like, the side Pollen Puff could actually work out. It has one guaranteed turn of sleep. I really think the side Pollen Puff is just the best play. I could also Tailwind to guarantee speed. Because it outsped Palafin. No, it didn't. It did not outspeed Palafin. And that was 120 speed. And Pelipper is 117, so we should be able to outspeed it here. Get the side Pollen Puff going. We gotta play methodically. We gotta play methodically, smartly, you know what I mean? I don't know if a Hydro Pump actually KOs, so yeah. Hurricane is always my best play. It's always the strongest option here. Okay, so now Sylveon is still fast asleep. I don't even know if the side Pollen Puff really helps me that much, but also I don't think Amoonguss can KO Sylveon by itself. Yes! A crit when we needed it! A crit when we needed it. Let's go. Game 2 is ours. Crits have been real today, haven't they? All right. So we actually have like almost identical teams. I actually like their Arcanine and Golden Ghost switch ups because I know Baxcal hasn't been doing a whole lot, like I said. And Dragonite is pretty good though. Dragonite is pretty good. So what are they going to want to do here? I might not need to bring my Pelipper, but at the same time, Pelipper is really good into their team. So I do kind of want to bring my Pelipper. I don't even mind leading off with my Pelipper either. I really don't mind leading off with my Pelipper. Now they do have Fake Out though. I don't mind leading Pelipper. I also could lead with me boy. Amoongus, Amoongus, Amoongus. Is there going to be an Amoongus Among Us? I think so. They also have an Amoongus. This is going to be a really weird kind of mirror match going on here. Baxcal is definitely staying in the back. We actually don't need Dragonite for anything this game. So I think we got to bring Big Fat Iron Hands. And like I said, Pelipper just puts a lot of pressure down on a lot of their teams. So turn one, I'm okay with bringing it. They could bring their Iron Hands and try to fake me out. This time, I probably will protect myself through the fake out. Just because we know how last time went. Palafin and Arcanine. I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it. They can't do anything to me. Does Arcanine carry Protect anymore? I feel like it doesn't much. I could try to call their swap and go for a Hurricane rather than a Hydro Pump. Do I call their swap? Do I call their bluff here? Do I also go for the speed with Tailwind right away? I think going for the speed with Tailwind is a better play. And Amoongus can actually do some pressure in the rain. I'm digging Amoongus coming out here. I'm digging that. Of course, Iron Hand makes a lot of sense because, so their Palafin might be faster than mine. It makes a lot of sense since their Intimidator is already on the field. I went for Tailwind, so I'm good. And Arcanine does still carry Protect, so that's a great play from me. That's honestly a really good play. So what does Arcanine want to do here? Arcanine might have Safety Goggles. I could Hydro Pump a Rooney. I could also Protect the Rooney. I think a double Protect works really well in my favor. I don't mind that. But also, I have Rage Powder. So I could force them to attack me. Unless he Terrestrializes. And if it's Terra Grass, then that'll be a problem. Do I double Protect the Rooney? I just don't want them to get a free swap into Palafin. I'm going to double Protect the Rooney. Only because if he does Terrestrialize, then that wouldn't be good for me. If he has a Grass Terra, which doesn't look like he's going to do that. He does? Is he okay with taking the Flare Blitz damage? Is he really okay with that? This is a wild play call from him. That was honestly a weird play call from him. I could have gotten a lot of good damage in on him. The Iron Hands is definitely threatening because it probably does have Assault Vest. I think I could just go for the Arcanine here. I'm worried that Arcanine swaps out or protects. And I don't want to waste a turn. So I'm okay with getting some damage in on Iron Hands. And we kind of have to Rage Powder. Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. I was like, I could also get the free damage in if I want, but that is A-okay. So we do get some free damage in regardless because that Wild Charge is not going to affect the Amoonguss. And this Hurricane is going to do a bit of damage, bit of chip. The confusion though, the confusion could be super clutch. Please, fingers crossed. Our Pokemon, come on, let's go. That is such a great turn. That is such a great turn. Okay, so now they're probably going to want to do similar antics, right? I could definitely go into their Pelipper pretty hard and pretty scary. Now, if they see the Rage Powder coming, they could also Hurricane Amoonguss, which would not be ideal. I can do this, though, because then I got Fake Out Pressure next turn. I got Fake Out Pressure next turn. I'm not going to take anything from a Hurricane. Let's see how this works out. Okay, so they withdrew their Iron Hands. Interesting. Okay, Arcanine is not what I want to see, though. Obviously, because of the Intimidate drop, that was a pretty good time for him to do that. The Hurricane! So they do get their Tailwind up. At this point, their Pelipper can definitely do some damage. So I think we're going to go for our Tailwind, and we are going to Fake Out their Arcanine. We know for a fact their Pelipper can't do any damage into either one of us, but Arcanine with the follow-up could be pretty bad. Hopefully Arcanine does not have extreme speed. It'd be a bit of a surprise if it had E-Speed and Protect, though. I feel like Flare Blitz, it needs like Snarl or something, so we did choose the wrong target to Fake Out, which is unfortunate. Rather unfortunate there. Definitely unfortunate there. I don't know why they would do that, knowing that that does like 0 damage. But hey, okay. We'll take it. They do have Fake Out Pressure this turn. I'm not really okay with that, though. I also just don't have a lot of swaps. Because they could Fake Out my Pelipper, or they could Fake Out my Iron Hands. They could also go into a Hurricane into my Iron Hands, which would obviously destroy my Amoonguss if I brought it out. I think a Hurricane into Pelipper feels relatively safe. And then we can also Volt Switch into Pelipper. Yeah, and basically one of us gets an attack off. If both of us get an attack off, that'd be pretty insane. So Arcanine comes out here. It's a revolving door of Pokemon. The Intimidate is not going to matter because we actually did just go for the Volt Switch. They shouldn't be faster than us either. So I think we get some free damage in, and we should keep our Focus Sash intact. Oh no, but with the rain gone, the Hurricane is not as accurate. So that's actually a huge thing to note. We do get the free, the loose Hurricane. The loose Hurricane right there. Volt Switch does nothing. That's all right. That's all right. And I think Amoonguss feels decent. I guess Palafin would have been a nice swap right there. Palafin would have been a perfect swap. Why didn't I bring in Palafin? Because I figured they were going to do that. So Amoonguss is not very safe anymore, unfortunately. Unless I just get the Hydro Pump into Arcanine. This is a pretty ballsy play, but I'm actually going to go for this. Let's go. 80%, and it hits 100% of the time. Let's go. Yeah, Hydro Pump is one of those moves that I actually have a lot of confidence in. I don't feel like it's going to fail me often. Nobody on their team wants to take a Spore, so let's see who we get this Spore off on. Because they don't have Amoonguss in the back like I do. They just have Pelipper, right? Palafin, that's right. Palafin, because I killed their Pelipper. No, I didn't. I didn't KO Pelipper. What is going on? That's actually amazing to put the Palafin to sleep, though. That's actually a top tier play right there. So their Tailwind is gone. If they want to get Tailwind again, they got to bring in their Tailwinder. The annoying thing is they like that I don't have the rain, and there's not much I can do about it. If I protect, it just doesn't do anything for me here. Hurricane is nice for Palafin or Iron Hands. Do I go for another dry Hurricane? They're going to get speed on me after this turn if I go for a dry Hurricane, though. Or do I just take the free damage onto Palafin? We're going to dry Hurricane it. And Spore. Oh, wow. They withdrew Palafin. That's actually pretty crazy. Oh, it's not a dry Hurricane anymore either. Oh, man. That was not the play of the century for him. That was not the play of the century for him. Because that's really good damage onto Iron Hands. And we're faster because we still have Tailwind. That's insane. That is insane. That is such a good play. Such a good play. Holy cow. So our Tailwind's gone. I think we still got to go for Tailwind, to be honest. I can just start putting everything to sleep at this point if I want. But also, I think getting in a free Palafin swap sounds really, really nice here. Yeah. The free Palafin sounds really nice here. Free Palafin with Tailwind up. They got two Pokemon who have guaranteed, they're guaranteed to sleep here. Palafin might take a lot of damage, but next turn we get speed and we can finish their Pelipper. If they choose to go for damage. They should go for Tailwind. Okay, so they did go for damage. That's perfectly fine. We take that. We don't take that at all. Oh gosh, that's actually horrible. Why would Iron Hands wake up? Oh no, that's horrible for us. That's pretty awful. We do get Tailwind, and I can use Fake Out to stop them from getting Tailwind, knock out their Iron Hands, knock out their Pelipper next turn. So it's not the end of the world. All we did was just sacrifice a really great Pokemon. That's all that we did, was sacrifice an amazing Pokemon. So they got some decisions to make here, because regardless, they're in a pickle. They are in a pickle. So we do use Fake Out on the right target, which is great. That's fine that they use Protect, because next turn we can still knock out their Pelipper before they can Tailwind. And with them not getting Tailwind, they're going to be in a weird place. Palafin, oh my gosh, the confusions! The confusions this game! That's number 3! Oh my gosh. So we take out their Pelipper here. We go for the Wild Charge into Palafin. No way their Pelipper is faster. We got Tailwind up, so this should be GG's. Even if they swap out their Pelipper, like, we're still getting a knockout. No matter what. I think we positioned ourselves amazingly well. I'm surprised that I didn't need Palafin as much, but I told you guys, Amoonguss is really the MVP of this team. Getting those spores off, guaranteeing, that we can survive turns and stuff like that is just so good for us. So it tried to Jet Punch, but it had to take a guaranteed sleep turn. You don't get Tailwind up, which means that we have speed on your Iron Hands. And this is GG's. Great job. Amazing team. And like I said, in the first game, if I didn't misclick so hard twice and the crit didn't happen, like, I would have obviously cleaned that game up. Pelipper did its thing. I got 7 hurricanes off and a hydro pump off, and 3 tailwinds and a protect. Pelipper went crazy. Pelipper was absolutely bonkers. I'm okay with just going for this because even though they have fake out, there's nothing that they can do. Man, that was a game. That was a good game. That one bad swap had me a little bit worried because I could have just used Protect on Amoonguss and taken that as a free turn. And it always stinks when you don't take all of your free turns, you know? So there you have it. That is the team. Rental code will be in the description. That way you don't have to screenshot this or anything. Amoonguss was amazing. As you can see, Baxcalibur was unfortunately a little bit underwhelming. I'm going to watch the videos and see how exactly he used them, if he used them at all. Dragonite would have been amazing, but we didn't need Ice Spinner because there was no Indeedee and Armarouges. So we kind of went with the core 4 and they just tore things up. So amazing job. Thank you to the team creators, and thank you to the people who found this team and, you know, kind of rebuilt it. But all right, guys, definitely leave a like, subscribe, or comment if you enjoyed the video. And until tomorrow, peace.